Hey, Mike, sorry.
Yeah, welcome.
So how are you, Mike? How are you doing? Busy?
Yeah, busy. Uh in the morning I have a meeting at our company. Finish and then uh I buy some food, take away.
Bought
Yeah,
bought
take
some
away
food.
because I want to um attend I want to attend this class, so I take away and run faster, come back to my house,
Good
turn
man.
on the video, and after then I can come back to my office.
Nice. So you went home for lunch, you and also to watch this YouTube lesson.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Sometimes uh, I I have dinner at restaurant with coworker, but today I um, take away.
Came here. Okay, nice. Good man. All right. So yeah, only you so far, Mike. So if it's only you, it'll probably be a quick lesson. I know there's a few people watching on YouTube. If you guys want to join the Zoom lesson, the link is in the comments. You can just click on that, join
Oh,
us. I don't know who you are. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but let's try.
mm,
So today, pretty easy. This is something that you'll see in like the intermediate textbook. We're basically mainly focusing on ability. So we're mainly focusing on ability, how we talk about ability and possibility. So, uh,
Yukiko.
Hi. I'm
Hi.
sorry. I'm just alive.
If you never come, I will alone.
hi,
Welcome.
Sean. Yeah. Hi, Yukiko. How are you?
I'm good.
What's long time no see? What's new?
Long time. Oh,
Oh, really? What's new?
No, I saw you this morning.
Um,
But what's new? How have you been? What are you doing? What are you going to do this weekend? Sorry, I'm just letting my pen charge for a few minutes because my other teacher borrowed it.
uh, okay.
okay.
Yeah, Yukiko can
We,
uh,
we
told
can.
yeah told us what's new.
What's new? I I went to do trial for Pilates.
Okay.
Yeah,
How was it?
it's nice, and
Yeah.
teacher was nice.
Is your
The
teacher
location
English or Japanese?
English.
English?
Ah, very good,
Yeah,
very good.
I want to practice
Wow.
Good
little bit.
student.
Yeah. But teacher was very kind because if I don't know the word, she she can use the translate English to
Ah,
Japanese.
nice. Are you doing
It's
like
very nice.
one-to-one private lesson?
Yeah, yes,
We
Oh,
are we
private, just
only
private.
open for Japanese, or maybe every country's people can attend.
anyone can attend, I think.
No.
Is
Yeah.
belong to USC or other school? No.
Mike, I don't teach Pilates. I don't teach Pilates. Maybe I can teach you how to
Yeah.
how to ice skate or something like that. But yeah, not Pilates. That's good. Pilates is
That's
hard. Pilates is difficult, Yukiko. Pilates
Yes.
is difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
uh,
wanted to use a reformer. You understand? Machine,
Uh-huh.
like a machine. Yeah. So this case, I have to choose a private, just
Ah, I
private.
see.
Yeah.
I see.
Not group lesson. Yeah.
I see. Okay, that's
It's
fine.
nice.
sounds
All
interesting.
right. It is. It's difficult though. You have to like
Yeah,
breathe
yeah.
and
It's difficult. Yeah.
Okay.
it's
First
really,
time.
really hard.
Yeah.
It's
Want
really,
to
really hard.
try?
Okay, so let's get into this. Yeah, sorry, I keep changing the live lesson day because I'm pretty busy recently teaching too much, almost like a full-time teacher, which is okay. Okay, so we're going to talk about can, could, and be able to. Can, could, and be able to. And this is really easy, actually, but most students use can and could. But in this case, we're going to talk about, this is kind of a bit new, especially for pre-intermediate students. This is only introduced at first in intermediate. And we're going to talk about ability and if something is possible or not. All right. So yeah, can and could. So of course, can is a modal verb. So a modal verb is like, you know, should have
would,
to,
would,
yeah, will,
will,
must, right?
need.
These are all different modal verbs. But with can, mainly we're talking about, you know, it has a present form. It has but it can also have a future meaning. So it has a present form, which also has a future meaning. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. It has a past form and it has a conditional form. So we're going to talk a little bit about these. But generally speaking, with can and could, we tend to use these modal verbs in simple tenses, right? We're in simple tenses. So that's, you know, we learn this in beginner class, right? I can speak English, right? I can't swim, right? Things like that. So we teach that in beginner class. So this shouldn't be too difficult for you guys. All right, and hi Chong, by the way. All right, so first we're gonna look at, yeah, can in the present. So here, just again, this should be really easy. You know, I can speak a little Japanese. I can speak a little Japanese. This is just talking about my ability, my general ability, right? I can speak a little Japanese. Hannah can't walk at the moment, right? Hannah can't walk at the moment, right? Her leg is broken, right? So she can't walk at the moment, right? So here we're just simply talking about our general ability, things that we can and can't do. All right. But can, of course, can also have a future meaning. If I want to talk about, for example, a party tonight. Hey, sorry. Hey, Jenny, do you want to come to the party? No, sorry, I'm really busy. So Jenny can't come to the party tonight. She can't come to the party tonight. It's not possible, right? So of course, here we're not really talking about, we're not talking about ability. So here we're more talking about possibility, right? Of course, she can go to the party. It's very easy. She can get inside a taxi and she can go. But in this case, she's busy or she's working. So it's not possible. So in this case, it just means not possible. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah, that's easy, right? So Mike, we can ask you, right? Can you come to class? Can you come to class next week, right? Maybe, or can you come to ULC next week? I'm asking if that's possible.
Yes,
I'm asking if that's possible, right? Yes, I can. Right, so can, again, the present meaning with a future meaning should be easy for you guys. Of course, when we use can in the past, it's could. And again, we want to talk about, you know, here we're talking about, you know, general ability, not really specific ability. And we're not going to talk about specific ability in the past today. But, you know, I can say I could walk when I was 1 year old, right? I could walk when I was 1 year old, right? That was just my general ability, right? If this is here, we're talking about right now, right? Hannah can't walk, right? Hannah can't walk. But I'm saying when I was a baby, when I was 1 year old, you know, super cute. I could walk, right? I could walk when I was 1 year old. That was just my past ability, right? I can say before I came to Singapore, I couldn't speak any Chinese, right? Before I came to Singapore, I couldn't speak any Chinese. Literally nothing. Maybe like wonton, maybe is the only Chinese I could say. Yeah, because I would eat them. Yeah, so again, could we're generally using to talk about past general ability, nothing too specific, nothing too specific. So if I say, yesterday I could watch TV, right? It's actually not really the correct sentence, right? Because of course anybody can watch TV. The ability is always there. So we tend not to use that for specific or one-time abilities. Okay. And the last thing we can talk about is can, could when we're using a conditional sentence. So first conditional, if plus present, and then will plus um, just a will sentence, right? So if I don't work, right, I can come to the party, right? So if you say, hey, next Saturday, we're having a party at lunch. And I say, usually I work on Saturday afternoon. But if I don't work, I can come, right? If I don't work, I can come. It's possible, right? If I don't work, I can come, right? Again, most of our students will say, I will, right? If I don't work, I will come. Actually, can is better because again, here we're talking about possibility. Right? Here we're talking about possibility. So this modal verb with conditionals, this is a bit of a sidetrack from today's lesson. We can change the meaning of this sentence by changing the modal verb, right? If I don't work, I have to come to the party, right? I have no choice, right? If I don't work, I have to come. So basically, we're kind of changing the meaning a little bit, right? I will come means I'm excited, I want to come, right? I have to come means I have no choice. I should go, right? I should go kind of means I don't want to go, but maybe it's a good idea, right? Maybe it's a good idea that I should go, right? I must go. We can change the meaning of that conditional when we change the modal verb. All right, and maybe tomorrow or this afternoon, I'm playing golf. Maybe I'm talking to my friend and I say, hey, doesn't look very nice. Or, the Weather Channel or my phone or Siri or Alexa, she told me that it's going to rain. And I say, if it rains, right, we can't play golf, right? We can't play golf. It's not possible. Right? It's not possible. If it rains, we can't play golf. It's not possible. Okay. And then of course, second conditional, if plus past, and then we use a past verb because these second conditional, these are hypothetical, these are unreal situation in the present or future. If I had more money, I could buy a car, right? If I had more money, I could buy a car. I don't have a lot of money, so I can't buy a car, right? In this sentence, I don't have a lot of money, so I can't buy a car. If I could speak Chinese, if I was able to speak Chinese, I could go shopping easier in Chinatown, right? It would be easier for me to go shopping in Chinatown. So Mike, this one's for you. You don't study so hard. So I can say, if you studied harder, right, you could speak better, right? If you studied harder, you could speak better. So here we're just using can and could in a conditional sentence, right? So we can use this in third conditional as well, but I didn't want to get too deep into the conditionals. Okay, so can and could should be pretty easy, right? Any question?
you tell me? Um,
Okay,
this
so let's move. Oh, sorry, Mike.
okay. This all include could, how to use could and can.
Yeah.
Mm.
So again, the difference between can and be able to, which is what we're going to talk about now, right? Generally, we use can with simple tenses. So present simple, past simple, and future simple, right? Kind of like I can go, I can do that, right? So it's a present, but it has a future meaning, right? But we use be able to with all other tenses, right? With all other tenses. So this includes, perfect tenses, gerunds, infinitives, will, be going to, etc. So any other tense, future perfect, past perfect, right? We're going to be using be able to. Now it has the same meaning, right? We're talking about ability, we're talking about possibility, right? That it has the same meaning. So be able to equals can, right? But just if the grammar changes, there's sometimes we can't use, can, right? I can't say I will can go home, right? I will can go home. Of course we can't say that, right? Of course we cannot say that. It's not possible, right? But I can say I will, and we'll talk about this later, I will be able to go home. This is okay. Right? So if I'm using this with a different modal verb or in a different tense, for example, perfect tenses, right? If we're talking about perfect tenses. So if we're talking about this year, of course, this year is not finished. So if I want to use present perfect, I can't say, we haven't can, right? We haven't can be able to travel, or we haven't can travel this year, right? That's not correct, right? We can't say that. So in this case, we have to say haven't been able to travel this year. So we're using the perfect tense because this year is not finished. And of course, with COVID, actually, I've been to 2 countries this year, but in general, we haven't been able to travel this year, right? We haven't been able to travel this year. We haven't been able to travel this year. And because I haven't been able to travel, especially business or something, right? I've been able to spend more time with my family in 2020. Okay, so again, 2020 is not finished, and it's very difficult to use this in a perfect tense with just can, right? Of course, I can say I can spend more time with my family, but that means like present. It doesn't mean from January 2020 to now, right? If we talk about from January to now, I have been able to spend more time with my family because I haven't been able to travel, right? Because I haven't been able to travel, right? I've been able to spend more time with my family. So again, this has the same meaning as can, right? This just means possibility or ability, right?
Yeah, the use a perfect tense, but the meaning is can.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So if we want to use a perfect tense, we want to talk about, and of course with present perfect, we talk about something started in the past and continues in the present. If we want to use that, then we must use be able to or being able to, right? Because it's of course have plus PP, right? Have plus PP. So I haven't been able to. Or, you could say, teacher, sorry, I'm really busy. I haven't been able to finish my homework, or I haven't been able to do my homework, right? This week, I haven't been able to do my homework, right? I've been really busy. I'm sorry, right? You haven't had that ability this week. Okay? So that's perfect tenses. And then we can also use, I didn't make this red, but we can also use this with gerunds, okay, which means verb ing, and infinitives, which means to plus verb. Right? Infinitives are to plus verb. So we know from past lessons or past Okay, not in the intermediate textbook, but would love is followed by to, right? I would love to meet you. I would love to eat, right? So I can say, I would love to be able to have a big party. I would love to be able to have a big party. So now can I have a big party? Now,
No.
we can't have a big party, right? It's not allowed, right? Government says five people maximum, right? So the government says, right, one party, 5 people maximum, right? But I would love to be able to have a big party, right? I would love to be able to have a big party, but I can't. Right? I would love to be able to. Again, what we're talking about here is would love is always followed by to do. I would love to buy a car, right? I would love to be able to speak perfect Japanese, right? I would love to be able to speak perfect Japanese, right? So this is similar to I want to be able to, or I would love to be able to. I would like to be able to, right? Anytime we want to use a verb plus another verb, again, some verbs are followed by to, and some verbs are followed by ing, right? And we've studied that before. But for example, right, love, okay, love, right? Love is followed by ing, right? Love is followed by ing. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have to wake up early, right? I have to go to work, right? So, but I love being able to stay in bed late on Saturday. I love eating breakfast in the morning. I love watching TV. I love being able to stay in bed late, right? It's possible to stay in bed late, right? So this is showing me that it's possible to stay in bed late. And I love having that ability. I love having that ability. So I love being able to stay in bed late. You know, I know Mike loves being able to get free English lessons.
Yeah, very, very, very. Actually,
Right?
every day is okay.
I know, for you. Yeah, Mike, during the circuit breaker, I had lots of free time, but now I don't.
Yeah, actually,
Sadly.
I think every day have chance to practice more helpful.
Of course. Yeah, of course, of course. But I hope some of my other teachers want to do this, but they are shy.
Maybe
They don't want to go on YouTube.
Mark.
Oh, Mark is, yeah, if I'm busy, then Mark is like super busy. Mark is much busier than me. But Mark and I are like a team,
Brother.
right? So Mark is making the recorded videos. So maybe every week we are uploading 2 or 3 videos to YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So he's making the recorded ones and I'm doing the live ones. I don't know why, but just, you know, we're just doing that together. Not sure why. Okay, so those are gerunds and infinitives. Okay, and remember, this is not easy. If you have an intermediate, like English file textbook, you can have a look at page. I don't know. I think it's an appendix somewhere. I can't remember the page, but there's a page where it has all this information on it. So we'll talk about that. Maybe next time you can ask me. All right, moving on. So future, we talk about will or going to. Like I said earlier, we can't say I will can teach you next week. I will can teach you next week. No, right? So I hope that, for number 1 example, right? I hope we will be able to travel next year. Okay, we will be able to travel next year, right? This is a prediction.
Predict. Prediction. Yeah. Prediction.
right? This is a guess, right? I think we will be able to travel next year. I think we will be able to travel next year. Okay, so this is my prediction. So again, I can say we can travel next year, but the meaning is a little bit different, right? We can travel next year. The meaning is a little bit different because will is telling us that it's a prediction, right? Will is telling us that I'm guessing next year we will be able to travel, right? Okay. You will be able to take a break at Christmas. Okay. You will be able to take a break at Christmas. So what that means is this school, right? We close for 1 week at Christmas, right? So you will be able to take a break. You will be able to take a rest at Christmas time, right? And this example is from the textbook, but same, you're going to be able to practice your English in London. So if you say, hey, teacher, I'm going to London next week, and I say, great, you're going to be able to practice your English. Right? Again, I wouldn't say you're going to can, right? You're going to can. No, I can't say that. That doesn't make sense. Okay. And yeah, the last thing basically is, we can use it in present just like can, right? Just like can, we can use it in present, but it's more formal and it's a little bit,
Formal than
I
can.
say, it's a little bit unnatural. I would say this maybe in a very formal setting, like a job interview. If I was in a job interview. So if you remember the first example, I can speak a little Japanese or I can speak Japanese, right? That's just my ability. And if I'm talking to my friends, it's fine. If I say I'm able to speak a little Chinese, I'm able to speak a little Japanese, this is more formal, right? So if I would say this in a job interview, I would write this, I would write this in an email. Oh, I'm able to meet you at 5 p.m., right? I can meet you at 5 p.m. No problem. I will be able to meet you at 5 p.m. or I am able to meet you at 5 p.m. Those are very, of course, same meaning, but I am able to is more formal, more, business-like or more, yeah.
Formal
So
than
if you're
can.
talking, more formal than can, but same meaning.
Okay.
Same meaning. Yeah, same meaning.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's kind of it about can, could, be able to. I think it's pretty easy. It's just something new, just something new.
Something new.
Yeah. Any question?
So when we make a conversation or we talk with people, be able to we not use very often. We
Yeah,
often
right.
use can, could.
Well, if we're speaking with simple tenses, yeah, present simple, past simple, yeah. Generally, we use can or could. But if I'm using a perfect tense, I have no
Yeah.
choice. I have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
use be able
Perfect.
to.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I have no choice. I have to use be able to. Yeah. All right. So do you guys have any questions from class or English in general, anything like that? I know Yukiko has like 10,
Nothing.
maybe one or two. Or YouTube. I know there's 4 people watching. One of them is probably the TV at ULC, and 3 of them I'm not sure. But if you have any questions, I'm here. It's free.
Yeah,
Ask. I'm pretty smart.
Make. Today I learned a new verb. Make full. Make full. Yeah, make full.
Make full.
Make full. I uh, I don't know how to use it. Make full. Uh, if you want to make for a place, you
Oh. Make for.
make for.
Do you have an
If you
example?
Yeah, if you want to make for a place, you can go forward. Because make plus 4, I failed strings. Yeah, you. So I want to ask you. You often use this verb, make plus 4, or never use this?
I never use it, but I would say like make a break for, which means like run away.
Make. Or we
Like
can
means
put
like
a word between
make a
the.
break for it, like run away quickly, make a break for it. But I make for yeah, I wouldn't use that personally. I wouldn't use that personally, but it's a word. It's a word.
Not
Just means
not
go
use.
towards, right? He made for the MRT, right? You can say, he made for the MRT, right? Just means he went to the MRT. So I wouldn't generally use he made for the MRT. It's a bit strange.
Oh, yeah. So when I first time I see this make four, I felt strength. I don't know how to use this.
Yeah, so I wouldn't use it, to be honest, Mike. Yeah, maybe if I'm telling a story, I want to make it a bit more dramatic, I would use that, but in general, I'm not
Yeah.
going to use that. Yeah.
Because I found preparation is very important. Can use any verb plus preparation.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, Lots of different meaning.
Thousands and thousands and thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I told you this before, right? There's 3,500 phrasal verbs, and then they each have an average of 3 meanings. So it's about 10,000
10,000. Oh yeah.
10,000 plus phrasal verbs that we have to
Yeah.
remember. No choice.
Yes. If we learn this word, I need to put myself in the situation, in the sec
In this situation, yeah, that's
in the
great.
situation.
Yes.
Otherwise, I cannot just learn a word. Cannot know how to use it and what's the mean. The
Right.
meaning different. Put a different situation.
I understand.
Depends.
Okay, Yukiko, question?
Mm, I sometimes confuse adjective ed or ing.
Yeah.
Every time confused.
You mean speaking or writing? Or both?
Both? Yes.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, so we need to always remember that ED, we're talking about feelings,
Yeah.
right? So this is only people, yeah, this is only for people or maybe animals, right? And this is something that produces a feeling, right? This gives me the feeling, right? So I can say, you know, this is always my example, right? The students are bored. Okay, the students are bored. So this is their feeling, right? The students feel bored because English
It's boring.
is boring, right? So what that means is English is giving me this feeling, right? So this produces, this makes the feeling, right? So of course has the same meaning, right? The teacher is boring. Of course, if the teacher is boring, then the students are bored. So it has the same feeling, right? Or I'm watching a movie and, you know, the movie is interesting, right? The movie is interesting because it makes me feel interested, right? It makes me feel interested. So anytime that we talk about the feeling is always ED, always ED, bored, interested, excited, right? That's my feeling. I'm describing how I feel, right? But the ing, you know, here we're talking about a book, a movie, a class, a teacher. So this can be people, right? A person can make me feel something, right? A person can make me feel bored. A person can make me feel excited. A person can make me feel interested. But this is only for people.
ED?
Yeah, ED is only because, you know, my book can't have a feeling, right? Hello, book. How are you? Nice to meet you, right? I can't talk to the book. The book has no heart, no brain, so it can't have a feeling, right? Now we can talk about like animals, right? Animals, right? Like a dog. Oh, the dog is excited, right? You can see the dog is excited. He feels excited, right?
The dogger, the animal and person can all use ED, express feel.
Right.
Okay.
But again, when we talk about something that sorry, my pen is dead. When we talk about something that gives me that feeling, then we use ing. Of course, English is interesting. This is just an example.
Yes. I learned a new word, annoy. A little girl, she said, "You annoy me." I think annoy we can use ED and ing, both okay.
Yeah, right.
You are
The girl was annoyed. The girl was annoyed because, you know, Mike was annoying. Right. The girl was annoyed, right, because the bee was a zzz, right. It is annoying, right.
yeah. So I got the ED and ing how to use by this word.
Yeah, annoyed and annoying, bored and boring, right.
Bored.
Yukiko, what
So
are you studying?
I am
Pre-inter?
yeah, face to face
Okay.
for A.
Face to
I don't have it
So
now.
I have a
For
question. So which do you find more tiring, speaking English or listening to English?
Mm-hmm.
This sentence is more tiring.
tiring.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you find more tiring?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a correct, I think. So which do you feel tired?
Oh,
Do you feel tired?
Do you feel tired? It's okay.
Yeah, I can say, do you feel tired? Do you feel more
Okay.
tired? Do you feel more tired when you're speaking English or reading English? You feel more tired. So it's actually the same. Yeah, the same meaning, just different side. Are we talking about you or are we talking about the English? So it depends on the focus, Yukiko. If I focus on your feeling, then I use ed.
Ah,
I
okay.
focus
Ah,
on-
okay. I understand.
If I focus on the thing, then I use ing.
Okay,
See.
I understand.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. You're welcome. Yeah. Good. So yeah, my pen's dead, so I can't really help you guys anymore. Sorry. But thank you so much. Thank you guys as always. I'm super happy. I'm always, maybe like 1 minute before the lesson starts, nobody's there, and I'm like, okay, somebody come. But it's always you two. So I really, really appreciate that. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for coming. Next week, I'm going to try to teach on Wednesday, but I have no idea what my schedule.
Oh.
Every now and again, my schedule just changes suddenly.
We can.
Saturday?
We next
Suddenly,
week.
not
Yeah.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Wednesday.
Ah, okay.
We can have free class on Wednesday next week.
I hope so. I hope on Wednesday.
We would expect.
I hope so. All right. So yeah, thank you guys. I hope you have a really good weekend, and yeah, keep studying. You got to study every day. Every day.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, YouTube people. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
See you next week.
Next week.
I must be.
See you. Bye
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye
See you.
bye. See you.
See you.